Okay, can you hear me now? Should be able to hear me now. Yeah, I'm seeing. Okay, I didn't. Okay, somehow my microphone setup got turned off. So let's start again. All right, here I'm at a pilot in Lamar, Colorado. Now, usually at Millis we don't get out to Colorado, but we do go out to Boulder for Molson cores, for cores and everything. All right, thanks Trucker for Life. Trucker for Life hooked me up with cabin accessories, which we'll see once we get inside the truck. But kind of just looking at the trailers. This trailer is an 80 series. Now, we don't have any trailers like this. I think they might have at one point. This might be a 2008 trailer. That's what the 8 might signify. And if you see any of those, they're sitting on the side of the road, kind of just as a trash heap, or some, you know, independent guys hauling it, or some bum company is dragging our old trailer. Because the oldest trailer I've seen at Millis that we have anymore, that we regularly haul, are 12. So 1, 2, and then 3 digits after it. That means it's from 2012, you know, around 2012, and then 13, you know, and now we have the newest trailers we have are 22s. So, and those are now Wabash trailers, so we're not doing a Great Dane anymore, which these trailers were. Unfortunately, now actually some of the older trailers, I have hauled, like our 2014 trailers don't have the tails, but most of our trailers through the 2019 trailers had the tails, but I can't get them to work. Whenever I do it, it crashes the game on with this Millis paint, so maybe it's because it's Millis paint and it's an older one. This is the old paint through our 2019 trailers. The 2021s, we skipped the 20s, there's no 20 series, and those are Wabash trailers. They have the new logo. This is what my old truck looked like. My 9 series, which was a 2019, had the old logo. And now I have a newer truck. It's got the new Millis logo. It's just a kind of a much more standard M on the top there, above the window, and then on the side it's more Millis, just in the new script and everything. Let's get inside and see what it looks like. I downgraded the truck as well. I had this thing souped out with the 650 horsepower, 18-speed Eaton with a retarder, but now I've downgraded to a 13-speed with a retarder. I'm still gonna be using my stick over here. You can't see it, but you can hear my gears grinding as I do it. Still got the manual. Our trucks in real life are no longer manual. We do automatic, and I'm not even certified to do manual because I trained with Millis and we tested out on automatics. And what was I getting at? Yeah, and that has 12 speeds and plus the reverse. And then I downgraded the engine to like 350 horsepower, whatever the lowest one is, because that's probably what we have, because we can barely get up the hills when I'm anywhere with hills and got a load of beer or something in the back. Alright, so let's get inside. Now, this is really nice. Nice pilot. This is a truck stop. There's a truck stop mod that adds all these trucks in, and this feels like a real tiny little pilot. I would probably not park here because, especially these spots where these flatbeds are, I don't know how you're not getting those spots in real life, that fuel island right there. And so luckily there was this spot right here, and I was able to sneak in. So I'll probably be banging my head against the wall more with this mod than in real life, actually, because I guess these truck stops are always kind of full like this with this mod. But looks really cool having the other trucks there. And yeah, this is what it looks like in the morning sometimes, and at night if you come in, as you know. Let's get inside the truck. So this is, I don't know why my engine is on. I'm gonna turn my engine off for now. This is what my truck basically looks like. Up there in the center I have a CB radio. Unfortunately, didn't have that option. I think maybe if I turn on a Sissel's mod for his truck accessories, I think I can might be able to add a slot for that. I'm not sure. Maybe next time or later in this live stream we can do that. But all these accessories, the paper towel, the water bottles, the hat, the glasses up there, Back here, that blanket, I think that's all stuff that Trucker for Life gifted to me with the cabin accessories pack from ATS. So, now, let me see. I think I have... Oh, you don't want to do that. That's not nice. I think I'm trying to figure out what my key is to roll up the windows, but I think I need it. Obviously, I have to have the engine on or the electricity on. But yeah, basically all that's missing is our easy pass thing is a bigger, chunkier thing that's on the top of the windshield at the top, and then I have a big honking camera in the middle for the company facing me and facing out. I have my own GoPro hooked up next to that. My GPS on the bottom, kind of where that, a little bit where that little blue easy pass thing is. And then obviously I have the CB radio hanging down. We got a nice slot for it and everything. But yeah, this is exactly what my truck looks like. It's actually much cleaner. We have the 20 truck I have has a darker gray. It's actually black. Like every part that's gray that you're seeing is actually black. We have nice red leather seats, maroon, and then back here is actually what it looks like. Right down to the TV and the table. Our new trucks, the 21 trucks, don't even have the table anymore, and the cabinets are open because that's Heartland, what they did to us. The bunk is folded up right there, but I have my bunk pulled out, and I have lots of water up there, and other junk, and I could probably get rid of a lot of that stuff and just fold it up and have a lot more headroom, but I like to have that bunk there, and I have room to store stuff. So yeah, that's exactly the truck I do drive in real life, and that's what it looks like. Again, it's cleaner because it's not all tracked with dirt and dust, and especially the new one that they gave me, the new one, the 2020, it was used, and it was really beat up. The curtains all torn up, and so it's really annoying. Let's actually get out here and do something. Turn the wipers off. First thing we can do is we can kind of do a lights test. There's no automatic way to do it. We'll check. I can do that with the brake light or with the brakes. You can't obviously hit your brakes in real life like that. We can see all the lamps are working there. Turn on our lights out front. Turn on the brights. We're at a truck stop and it's early in the morning and it's still kind of dark out, and obviously if you're facing someone right across from you, don't do the brights or do it really quickly. Oh, everything looks good. We got our lights on, and let's actually jump in here to the job market. And since we do have our own trailer, we can do the cargo market. So we're in Lamar. But because we haven't discovered Lamar. Oh, that's kind of annoying. Yeah, let's see if I can discover Lamar first, and then we'll jump back out and get a job. Why is the... Oops. Why is my differential on there? Oh, don't test the horns at the truck stop either. Alright, let's see if I can get Lamar discovered. And then we can see if we can find a job. I wanted to get, I was trying to get coast to coast and all the map mods to work, and coast to coast doesn't work. I'm going out the entry. I always like those signs though too, where they do say this is entry only, and then people are going in and out. Okay, so let's quickly get a job because we just discovered Lamar, and we don't want to just be driving around getting nothing. We could take empty pallets. Let's see. I want to do price per distance. Yeah, see, I'm operating as an owner-operator basically here, and obviously at Millis I don't get that benefit. We can do TVs from Costco. Well, let's try to find something that I would haul. Now, we wouldn't haul milk. A lot of this stuff, because I had the trailer I'm using, I originally got it. I got an insulated trailer, and at Millis we only have dry van, and we haul, you know, beer, water, Menards loads, paper. So we're not gonna be taking a lot of food and stuff. So let's try to kind of find something that would be curtains. We could do curtains. That works. I want to see if there's any. We could do office supplies. Used packaging going out to Newport. Well, let's do that one. That's actually a decent paying. We get to cut through some of the newer states. I mean, Oregon's been out for a while. Washington's been out for a while, but I haven't played a ton of Utah, Idaho, and Colorado, so we'll get to cut through there. And that looks good. And we deliver, we have until Sunday, 7:15, 7 o'clock. So let's do that. Let's get Walmart. Let's do a Walmart load. Probably not a distribution center, though. Like, I'm turning my mouse more so I can try to get that look in my mirror up in the corner there. But I can't really, I think, can I adjust? I think I can adjust them. I'm not sure if I can adjust my mirrors. So I don't know what I hit. Oh, you know what? I think I, let me see. Oops. I have a green light and I'm stopping at it. Good job. We got our Loves over here. Loves is really has a real glow to it.
Go straight on.
Yeah, so I can't tell you if I know they did something with the lighting, and I can't tell if this is what they did. Okay, I'm not sure what that is. I'm hitting the period and the semicolon keys, and it's doing something, but I don't exactly know what. Now, something we don't have on the... Give me a second here. Oh no, never mind. I can actually see your chat. I'm not looking at the web page for YouTube, but I can actually see your chat. I have the chat box there, and I'm watching exactly what's being filmed at the moment. I'm not seeing it live where you're seeing it. So hopefully it's sending me all your texts. Actually, when I'm at this light, I'm gonna jump over there and make it that I can see that. Oops. Yeah, see, it doesn't, not as seamless. All right, cool. Trucker for Life is still over here. We're gonna be taking a left. I got scared for a second there, thinking that I was parked. I was on the tracks. I like that they've increased the length of the trains. I don't have a train. I do have train sounds mod, but I don't have any. Any train length mod. And of course, if you have a train length mod in here, we've already spent an hour 40. It's amazing. Again, the time just flies in here. Of course, you kind of look like that. Got a little drag there. they kind of changed the Walmarts, didn't it? It looks like they've changed the Walmart. This Walmart definitely looks different than the other ones.
You have arrived at your destination. The route guidance is now finished.
Okay, here we go. We check in right here. So we're doing cargo market. And we're taking, well, we have a few options. We could go to Las Vegas, which would just cut through New Mexico and Arizona. Could go do a short one today. Or, well, we'll start this one. We'll do a couple live streams, or maybe I'll record a video finishing this load. Cargo is ready to be loaded. Proceed to the loading area. Yeah, usually when I go to a Walmart distribution center, I am just dropping off. Well, that's a weird loading place. Actually, I think I have room that I can turn around. It's kind of weird. It's like I can't back into that from here. Well, I could. I could do a spin around right here. Well, here it's saying skip loading the trailer and start the delivery. So, well, we'll actually do that. There's actually quite a bit of room back here. I'll just spin around. Exit, it looks like. Do have the lights on. Yeah, those switches up there though aren't right. It's not 100% accurate. There's a few more switches than I have. Alright. We're gonna start loading. And alright, we're loaded 6:40, so it took us about an hour. Not too bad, actually.
Time to hit the
At least the parking brake first. Yeah, unfortunately they don't really model the sliding of the tandems. Obviously Trucker for Life understands this, but for you guys, you know, this is where your tandems are usually going to be. This is the furthest up they can be on this trailer. Oh, what happened to my skirts? I did have skirts on here, because at Millis we do have skirts on. Oh, those disappeared, so I'm going to have to go back and get those put back on. But yeah, those are as far up as they'll go on this trailer, and then when you're loading, you'll put them all the way to the back. Most places want you to put them all the way to the back, and when you drop, a lot of times. And you'll put them further back, depending on how the weights are balanced. But you can only put them 41 feet back from, typically 40 to 41 feet back from the kingpin, which is the thing that the trailer right there on that fifth wheel, which is, you know, the thing that's holding up the trailer and attached to the truck. And you have to hope that the people that loaded your trailer did it right, because I don't know, I've been to some places that used to have no problem, and now it's every time I go in there now they can't load it right, and it's like, what did you guys do? Forget how to load 53-foot dry van trailers? Nothing changed about our trailers, they're the same ones. but you guys can't load them anymore, so.
Get ready to turn left.
Oh, cool. It had the automatic engine brake there. Which isn't... I don't think that was 100% accurate, though, because I was on the clutch and also on the brakes. And when you're on the brakes, the engine brake doesn't kick in. You have to actually be in gear and letting it do its thing.
Go straight on.
Kind of crazy. It's already been about been on for 24 minutes and we haven't gone anywhere. It's been only a few hours, almost 3 hours have passed in game time. And usually it's like, if you really think about it, it's like you do a 10-hour, if you do a 10-hour drive, it should take you about 30 minutes in game because it's like about 3 minutes for every hour. But that's at freeway speed.
Right.
Yeah, so it's kind of weird. When I hit the brakes, it does the engine brake, but that's not how it would work, really. I don't know if I have the automatic. I do have the automatic one on, but it should be doing it when I'm in gear and just letting off. Whenever you let off the accelerator, it starts slowing down the truck and using the engine brake. Yeah, so it's a pretty good, I believe both of these are from 3-4 years ago, these skins, so I was thinking of making a new skin and everything myself, and I'll have to figure out how to do it again, and I'll try to hopefully get around to doing it. Try to make a updated with the new Millis logo and everything, and do an updated skin with our new ones. Unfortunately, won't do. I don't know if I would be able to get anything that would be able to do. I'd have to probably do it from scratch to do the Eagle. You know, we have our Eagle trailers, and you know, so if you're out there and you see one, you'll know what I'm talking about. But there's that, and then when I go on to my new job, I'm gonna have to make a skin for that company's trailers and trucks. Now they pull a lot more reefer trailers, refrigerated trailers, so I'll have to do a skin for a refrigerated. Well, I think the skins go on all the trailers, I think. I might be mistaken about that. I've never done a trailer skin. I have done a few truck skins, just personal ones for myself, not company ones. But I'll have to make a new one I'll have to make one for that company. It's a very small company though, only 30 trucks, so you know, you'll probably see one once and never see one again. But that will be on a Freightliner. I'll have to do it on a Freightliner, and I could do it on, if I know how to do it and get back into the flow of doing it. I also make one for internationals because they do have a few internationals in their fleet as well. And then most of their trailers are, as I said, reefer trailers. But yeah, it's a really great mod from... I don't have it right in front of me, and I can't pull it up easily because basically, like Microsoft Flight Simulator, I can move my mouse from the one screen to my other screen seamlessly. There's no, Microsoft Flight Simulator doesn't trap you in the box. But American Truck Simulator, even though I'm not in full screen mode, I'm playing borderless, it still kind of just traps you in the game. So now, real life, these tree branches would be cut to probably at least 13 feet 6 inches of clearance. You know, because they know there'll be trucks driving in the right lane and pegging every single one of those tree branches and damaging their trailers and the top of the truck. Yeah, it actually doesn't look bad. When I went to the download, someone was saying, it's like, be careful, it's very shiny. You know, like too shiny, and even the pictures he had didn't look right, but it looks right to me now here, so. Yeah, they did a really good job. Even the building for the Pilot, it looks like the new style that they're remodels. And yeah, really good job. Now I'm wondering if the SCS did it, basically had it like that, and then obviously you just changed the sign. So it might be hats off to SCS for modeling the new models, the new remodeled Pilots and Flying J's. Who's got a green light here? It'd be nice if we could ever do some driving in this video. My awesome horsepower. Now, they got a donut planet here, so that would be like a Dunkin' Donuts, I guess you would have to change that logo to. Or you could change it to a Taco Bell, because ones with a Taco Bell are always nice because there's so few of them. It seems like most of the Pilots now, it's like either Wendy's or Arby's. And the Flying J's are almost exclusively Denny's. Very rare that I go to Flying J that isn't a Denny's and has like a McDonald's or something else like that. Either a Denny's or, on occasion, a Huddle House. And now we have to pull in. Oh, okay, so there we go. So I must have hit, I don't know when I hit V. So that's the button to get that differential off. Yeah, you don't want to be driving with that differential for extended periods of time. Now the engine doesn't sound exactly how it does in my truck. So I don't know what that's about. How much weight are we hauling? It's not gonna tell. Oh, 34. Not a full load would be about 46, 45,000. So we're a little light, but not light. Last load I just hauled coming home yesterday from Shearer's Food Distribution in Canton, Ohio. And it was going up to the Walmart Distribution Center in Tomah, Wisconsin. I dropped it at our yard in Richfield and then went home because it didn't deliver until Friday morning, Friday midnight, all day tomorrow. So midnight to midnight, whenever. But obviously with the Walmart load, you have to deliver it on. Whoa, okay, fine. Guess I'm not moving over to let those guys on. They're already yielding anyway. That car came flying up. Hey, ATS Unloaders Gamer. Thanks for stopping by. Just talking about my last load. It was snack packs for Walmart from Shearer's Food in Canton, Ohio. Got there. My appointment was at 8 o'clock. Got there at 7:30. What is going on here? What are we doing? At this point, I'd be piping up on the radio and going, "Hey, what are we doing up here?" I guess we gotta. I don't know what this car is doing. I like how he's just sitting over there too, because he can't pass. Where were you driving from on this live stream? I started in Lamar, Colorado, so haven't gotten too far out of there. Not exactly sure where I am at right now. Arkansas River. This is going to be... What is this? Las Animas. So you can check on a map where I am, but, well, I'll pull up the map right now. We have a chance. So I started right there. I started at the Pilot. I just wanted to find a good, like, truck stop to start at. We ran over to, or no, there's the Pilot. Ran over to the Walmart, then came out of the Walmart, came back. And that's how far we've gotten. So we haven't really gotten that far. Started the day at 4 o'clock.
Go straight on.
I'm hoping this is a woman in front of us on the motorcycle and not a guy wearing a tube top like that. Yeah. Does your uncle own his own truck? Yep, that's one way to do it, is to just get trained by someone who owns their own truck and go into it. Yeah, I went through Millis, and here I am representing the colors. I went through Millis at their training institute. They have schools. They do have a school. Well, you're in South Carolina. They have a school in Eden, North Carolina. Ridgeway, Virginia, right on the border there of North Carolina and Virginia. School in Cartersville, Georgia. I think they have one down in Burleson, Texas. Right now they're doing the classes out of Seagoville, Texas, the Heartland terminal, because they're remodeling Burleson. Richfield, Wisconsin, where I went, which is just 20 minutes up the road from where I live. And Trenton, Ohio. So they have 5 training institutes. Heartland bought us right when I finished training, got through orientation, was about to go out with my trainer. And so that was kind of a shock, like, okay, what's going to happen? So far, we used to get truck washes all the time. Yep, we got 2 Peterbilts and International. That's cool. Yeah, Heartland bought us, and we basically about 6 months after that, 6-7 months after that, we lost. We always got free truck washes. We'd get 1 free truck wash that the company would pay for every month at a Blue Beacon, and we lost that because Heartland terminals have truck washes, but they run on banker's hours. So whenever you're actually at the terminal, you're not gonna get a truck wash, and they're not even good truck washes at the Heartland terminals. But we do get the advantage of having all those extra terminals, so some more options to park at. And Heartland, of course, gets our 5 or 6 places that we get to park at. But you know, the new trucks that we're starting to get are getting fewer and fewer of the stuff that we're used to getting in our Millis trucks. They're a little bit cheaper quality and less amenities inside. Cool. Yeah, I downloaded a couple custom trucks. I downloaded what is it, Big Bob or Big whatever, his modifications for the Kenworth W900, which I used to have one of those in my fleet here on ATS. So if you go back, I don't know when I drove that one. I mean, I had at one point, I had one of the Legacy Sleepers, nice long one, like 100-inch ones. Here in ATS, obviously in real life I just drive, this is the truck I drive in real life, basically. The outside is exactly what my old truck at Millis from last year looked like, and you know, with slight variations I have now in a 2020. But yeah, I downloaded a few custom ones today. I downloaded the Legacy Sleeper for the Freightliner that I saw. And I got the Big Bobs for the W900. And I'm trying to think what else I got. And then I got like the Featherlight, like NASCAR truck haulers. Yeah, I'm looking forward to those too. I mean, just every time a DLC comes out, just there's more really good places to drive. Coast to Coast is there's some really awesomely, really well done areas in coast to coast. But again, most coast to coast, especially when I first started, was just get some roads laid out there so people can drive. You can do it cross country and feel like you're going somewhere, not just be going up and down the, you know, California, Nevada, and Arizona, which was what we originally had. Now you can kind of get away with not doing coast to coast or any of the map mods because you kind of have a decent area here of the Southwest and the Northwest. Texas is gonna just explode at everything because Texas is just huge, and Wyoming obviously filling more in. Yeah, I can't believe it's 9:20. It's already 9:22. Wow. I feel like we've gone nowhere. I haven't been paying attention how far we've driven. Yeah, and I actually don't have. There's no way. I have no odometer. I can't like have a trip. I don't have a trip odometer. But if I'm thinking, no, I was at like 127 to 200 or whatever when I started this. So we've gone 90 miles and it's taken us 2.5 hours. So 1.41 is going to come out late June, early July. Planning for Wyoming in July. Cool. Yeah, Wyoming will be fun. I don't think I've ever driven in Wyoming ever. Like again, I was saying at the beginning, it's like I have Millis does not drive out west, except for we used to have some runs out to California, which we don't have anymore because they shut down the brewery out there. And then we now do some runs out to Colorado for Coors, but I haven't got one of those loads, unfortunately. And then just even in my car, I don't think I've ever been. Wyoming's a state I haven't hit. I haven't gotten to Washington, Oregon, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, North Dakota. And that's basically it, in Wyoming. That's basically it once you go out west. So I've been in Nevada, California, Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, all that. And then with trucking on the east of the Mississippi with Millis. No, I haven't seen Driving with Dave. I'll have to check that out. But yeah, with Millis, it's like that guy's doing that Walmart driver. He's out of the truck. There's a driver out of the truck, and he's doing like a pre-trip, or maybe he's got a flat tire. He's checking that. That was cool. Just noticed that out of the corner of my eye. Okay, so I turned the horsepower down, and now I can't even get up to speed, which is a little ridiculous. So maybe we'll have to pump that back up and at least put a halfway decent engine in. I turned it down because our Millis trucks, we don't have a ton of horsepower. We just basically haul. Okay, this is my highest gear. Yep, that's all I got. Am I going to max out at 63? I hope I can get up to 70 at least. Yeah, so yeah, Wyoming will be fun because I've never even driven in Wyoming in real life. So, and then out east, I ticked off Massachusetts a few weeks ago, in this past month, in Connecticut. Rhode Island. I don't know if I got into Rhode Island going up there to Boston area. But then there's still need to go to New Hampshire, Vermont, and Maine, and Rhode Island probably. But everything else east of the Mississippi I've gotten to also. So there's only a few states I need to tick off in real life. And with the new company I'm going to, I'll easily be able to do that. I'll just be able to request and say, hey, can you get me out to Washington, or get me out to Maine, and they'll find me a load, send me there.
Keep right, and then exit.
Right here we have one of these, is this one of them? No, it isn't. I was gonna say this is one of the kind of interchanges where
And then turn left.
they crisscross. But it isn't. This is just one where they have the, oh, and then I bumped the truck. I thought I had my foot on the brake because I'm using my clutch as well here with the Logitech steering wheel and everything I've got. Real life, I only have one. I'm only using one foot. Oh, just go. Come on. Which state's that? Oh, South Carolina, yeah.
Turn left.
Yeah, South Carolina was decently done. I mean, not 100% accurate, of course, and, you know, just kind of, but it wasn't just nothing, which there are quite a few states where it is nothing, and other guys are starting to fill in with, like, Midwest expansion, Montana, the Mid-Atlantic one that's coming out. They're working on. So people are starting to fill in coast to coast and help out with that. And so, yeah, at some point, pretty soon, it's like you're gonna have a pretty good map with all the assets that are available as ATS rolls out more DLC. That you'll get into a state that isn't an official DLC, and it'll look pretty good. And then ATS will come along and they'll, you know, possibly make it better. I mean, sometimes the modders might actually, especially you get, you know, Pro Mods. If Pro Mods was doing anything in Wisconsin. Yep, Texas. Yeah, Texas is nothing in coast to coast. It's just road. The Dallas-Fort Worth area is just kind of silly. It's like you got the freeway, you have all these just random roads. There's nothing there. And so, yeah, obviously when they come out with Texas, it'll be much better. Oh, yeah. And I don't think I've gone through, like, you know, but like Colorado in coast to coast wasn't incredible. There was like the one section on 70 going through west of Denver, going through the Rockies, was pretty well done actually. And so I'm curious to see how ATS did. I'm sure we got better assets for the bridges and everything. This is the most ridiculous trip I've ever done, I think, in American Truck Simulator. I've gone, I don't know, I think I'm getting more frustrated with the time the time I'm losing in American Truck Simulator and the distance I'm going in it, because in real life you're always just racing that clock, trying to get as many miles as you can get in. At least with Millis. Now, again, like I keep mentioning a company, I'm not going to say what it is right now, but it's out of Indianapolis, and they pay percentage. Yeah, those would be cool places to see. Well, there's a new company, yeah, it's going to be percentage pay, and so instead of chasing miles to get decent pay, it's all about just getting, you know, delivering the load and getting that. I'll be getting 28% with my experience of whatever the load pays. A couple other Millis guys are over there now, and he just sent one of the guys just sent me what he made this week, because I sent him my pay stub and said, oh, I somehow got 3,000 miles last week, because this past couple weeks have been kind of weird, and I still somehow got 3,000 last week. This week I probably got 1,000, so it's gonna be a really bad check, but yeah, I got 3,000. Well, that worked out to be about $1,200. Not bad, but he showed me his. He's like, yeah, I drove about 2,000 miles, and he delivered, I think he delivered 3 deliveries that week, and he got paid like $2,600. So, yeah. Like I said, Millis pays. Again, Millis is a great place to start. So if you're looking for a place to start, if you're out there, and if you live near where one of their schools is, you know, you don't even have to necessarily live right near where one of their schools are, but if you know, if it's right down the road from where you live, you can get home every weekend or get home every night if you want. I mean, I was only 20 minutes away from home. I stayed in the hotel with one of the other guys. It was just easier instead of, you know, because I don't have my own vehicle right now, and I haven't gone out and got my own car yet because there's no real reason for me to have a car that's just sitting around no one using, especially at that point. And so it would just be a hassle for my dad to take me out there every morning, you know, get out there at 5:30 in the morning to be ready to go off to the school at the terminal. So I just stayed out there and then went home on the weekends, and it wasn't a big deal. Well, I'm not going to comment too much on that with the vaccines and everything. If you get me started on it, I could, but YouTube would probably strike my channel because there's some other stuff out there that's pretty effective and being covered up and not allowed to be talked about, unfortunately. Missed what highway we're on. We're getting a little bit of rain here, so let's which one's my wiper? There we go. Yeah, yesterday it was really coming down. Basically took from Canton, Ohio, took US 30 across Ohio and Illinois, or Ohio and Indiana, and then up to 94, and then into Chicago, and then 294 around there. And it was, once it got to the Chicago area, it cleared up and was nice, but the whole way over on 30 was just heavy rain. Basically the same thing a couple days earlier when I had come over on 30 and basically took the same exact route. It was just all rain all day, wouldn't let up. I can't remember. I'm trying to remember when I got American Truck Simulator really early on. Now I can't remember if I got it first and then I think I played it, you know, got it out of the package, quote unquote. I got it from Steam, but you know, installed it. I think I got American Truck Simulator. Then I played it and I was like, okay, I need to get a steering wheel and pedals. It's the only way to do it, right? And you know, and it really is. But you know, now that I drive in real life, it's, you know, I just don't play ATS as much as if you've gone through my channel, you can see that I haven't made as many videos, hadn't really played since I started at Millis, really. Especially, you know, basically when I get home, I do Flight Simulator because at this point now, while I do trucking all day and all week, so I want to do something different. But when I was living in China, I was like, well, I wasn't driving a lot in China, especially when I first got American Truck Simulator. And you know, so doing that and did iRacing, and obviously had a lot more time in China because I had my own English school that I did, me and my wife did, and so a lot more free time. And maybe we'll get back to that. We're hoping to be able to get back there someday and do that again, because it was really nice, but got to the point where kind of had to look at what we're going to do over here. And it kind of worked out because, you know, coronavirus breaks out, and if we were in China, it would have been a whole different thing. You know, this whole, you know, I haven't been out of work or anything the whole time over here. It's just, you know, life hasn't been much different for me. I'll just wear a bandana inside of places a lot. That's basically it. Yep, I think I got it like right when it came out, or yeah, it must have been right when it came out. I can't even, you know, or in those first like month or two. I just saw it. I had built basically right around that time. I think it was that year I had built this computer. So this computer, that tells you how old this computer is. It's 5 years old. I had built it, and at that point I had always been playing, I basically was exclusively playing Sim City and doing a lot of stuff with that, and then I built a new computer to be able to, I was playing some War Thunder, which is a multiplayer, you know, fighter plane game, and then I'd gotten Shadows of Mordor, which was Lord of the Rings, right? That game, and really my gaming laptop, you know, just couldn't handle it. It would just overheat and all that stuff. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna build a desktop. Did that, and suddenly now it's just opened up the possibility for games, and started buying way too many games. I have way too many that I just don't even, I don't have time to touch anymore. Turn on our 4 ways. Yeah, I kind of regret knocking down the horsepower, just because the way time works in here, you're always losing time in American Truck Simulator. You can see our ETA was about 9 o'clock on Saturday. Now it's 12 o'clock. We've lost 3 hours. That's just because no matter what, we're driving really slow, and I have no horsepower to haul up all these hills out here. Yep, I've been playing American Truck Simulator since 2016. I really wonder, it's not going to tell me anymore, but Steam, you know, it tells you last time you played it, and I want to say it literally said like July 2019 or August, you know, 2019. I might be wrong about that. I might have done some, like a video or two this past year, but yeah, basically, like Microsoft Flight Simulator came out at the end of last year, right? Yeah. But I don't know, it was kind of just no real desire to, you know, my days off to do American Truck Simulator. But I have missed it, and just looking at the mods and going like, oh yeah, this used to be my game. I'm just... That's so weird. When I hit the brakes, that it goes into the engine brake. Because when you hit the brakes, that automatic engine brake doesn't apply. You need to be in gear, then it does it, but it doesn't automatically do it like it would in real life. I actually have to touch the key. So, in our trucks, in this Kenworth T680, the T680 that we have, the way it's set up for us, not every truck is like that. Runaway truck ramp. Luckily, I've never had to use one of those. Turn those off right now because we're going down the mountain. Did it get refunded? Well, they limit it to 2 hours, but I think I've been able to get a refund even though it was over 2 hours. But yeah, I've had that situation where I'm like, oh no, how long, well, Microsoft Flight Simulator was that very thing, because when it first launched, it took forever to download. And the way Microsoft Flight Simulator works on Steam is that you hit play, and so it starts the clock on Steam, but you're not actually playing Microsoft Flight Simulator. You're downloading, literally the downloading of the game. When you get it on Steam, you download like 100 megabytes, and then the actual download of the game, the 100 gigabyte download, is done while your clock is running on Steam, and it was very slow. It wasn't like, you know, if you have decent internet, you can download 100 gigabytes nowadays pretty quick. You know, maybe half an hour, maybe an hour. I mean, it took all night. Got up the next day, and it wasn't working. It went launch, and I'm like, I was almost like, I need to get a refund for this. And I'm looking, it's like, it's already been 3-4 hours, you know, whatever. I mean, the hours that you know, and it's still, I mean, you know, look at my Steam account and see how many hours I've been in Microsoft Flight Simulator compared to actually how long I've actually flown, done things in Microsoft Flight Simulator, like actually playing the game. It's ridiculous. It's twice as, you know, 300 hours, but I've actually only played the game probably 150 because of all the time that's spent updating or whatever, loading screens. Well, loading screens, I mean, every game that happens, but... So that was one of those ridiculous things. Alright, so we're on US 50. Where does US 50 end on the east side? Because I've never come across US 50 on the East Coast that I can think of. Constantly running into US 52 because that US 52 basically does an angle from Minneapolis, Chicago, Indianapolis. Basically everywhere I go, I seem to run into 52, and it's kind of weird. You know, north, south, east, west. I'm always bumping into US 52. Beautiful river. I didn't catch what river this was. I thought they already released it for Xbox. Or is it just available to play on Xbox Live, which is their like gaming thing on Windows, whatever. Hopefully when it launches for Xbox Series, it doesn't launch with a bunch of bugs that have already been fixed on the PC version. So hopefully you get the benefit of once you get it. Oh no. Wow. That was good. US 52 goes in Iowa and North Dakota. Does it go in Iowa? Yeah, it does. Yeah, it crosses. Yeah, so it goes through Chicago and then kind of skirts. It goes through the north part of Illinois, kind of clips Iowa, and then goes up towards Minneapolis, because it is in Minneapolis, and then it goes up through there to basically follows 94 once it gets up there up into North Dakota. Yeah, so I just caused 3% damage to my truck and trailer. My truck, because I kind of swung that, got into the guardrail, which, yeah. The funny thing is, it's actually, I always go out further, but there's no emergency lane actually, because you always kind of want to get out to the outside of the lane, because you're driving the trailer, you're driving those back two wheels, and so when you're going around that corner, if I'm staying tight over here around the corner, my left side's gonna go out and take out a car over there on the other side. All right, rain is finally clearing up. Oceans, where is, well, I'm assuming that's probably the north side of, where does it go? Does it, because US 40 runs along, so US 40 basically runs along 70 and 68 through Maryland. I just drove it a couple days ago. Where does 50 run? Does 50...
Go straight on.
Is Convoy on YouTube for free? Nice. So you would think 50 would be south of that. Whoa! Whoa! I'm surprised I didn't get damaged. That car... That car... That guy almost went right under my trailer. I mean, he was turning left. Oh, he came all the way... It looked like he came all the way over to my lane. Nice. Cedar Creek here. We're still following 50, yep. That's so weird. How does US 40 get down there? That's the weird, I mean, that's the weird thing when you look at some of these highways. It's like US 40 basically runs with 70 through Indiana, through Ohio, through gets on 68 through West Virginia, Maryland there, gets back to 70 around Hagerstown, and then what does it do? Does it must just like cut down, it must go dive down along the Potomac and Chesapeake and down towards North Carolina. I mean, basically must be running almost north-south to get down there. Oh, Interstate 40. Okay, that makes sense. I was gonna say, US 40's gotta end... It's gotta end up somewhere around Washington, D.C., I would think, and then... Yeah, US 50... So is Ocean City... Ocean City's probably on the west side, or, well... Because Maryland has that part that goes on the other side of Chesapeake Bay. So I'm assuming 50 probably ends... Doesn't go on to the other side of Chesapeake Bay. I'm just trying to think where it is, because I don't remember crossing it coming up through Virginia and Maryland up on what is that, 81? No. Yeah, 81. I can't pull up a map right in front of me right now, so... Yeah, but US 52 ends up going all the way... I believe US 52 is even down in, like, South Carolina. I think it ends in South Carolina, if I'm not mistaken. Which is crazy, considering it goes all the way up to North Dakota. It's this weird... It's kind of like... It's almost like Route 66, US 66, where it's this diagonal... You know, it's a 52. You know, it's an even numbered highway, so it should be going directly... It should be going east-west for most of it, but it's going kind of northeast-southwest. Or southeast-northwest. Now, I haven't been paying attention to my clock. We actually do have to park soon. We should have parked at that pilot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to... So we kind of missed our parking there, but we can actually... We'll park... Oh, which one's better? See if this is a pilot or not. I usually park at Pilot Flying J because I get... We fuel a lot at Pilot Flying J, and I always get the 1,000 gallons for the month, which gets you free showers for the month, so... I'm always trying to get to a Pilot or Flying J. That way I can get up in the morning, take my morning shower, be fresh and ready to go for the day. Occasionally I'll get a Love's credit because I'll have to do a fill up at a Love's. We get a fuel solution, our company tells us where to fuel, and so sometimes they'll tell me to fuel at a Love's. Well, now I have a shower credit that I can use, and if I need to, I try to save that Love's for if I need it. Like, it's, you know, but they only last like a week. So if I'm not able to get a Pilot, well, I can still get a decent shower right away in the morning. But obviously, American Truck Simulator, we can park wherever. So yeah, you guys have been watching me for a while, and sometimes become popular for me to do my logbooks here in American Truck Simulator. Now, it's not going to be easy for me, and I don't think I'm going to be able to doing it in a live stream situation, but if we were running, we started the day at, what, 4 o'clock? Well, let's say I started at 4:30, because I kind of just rambled and talked for a while there, introducing. So we started at 4:30. Whoa! 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 I couldn't. Did I just kill the engine? I think I did. Oh, man. Yeah, repair shop. That kind of stuff. Man, that guy got on his brakes. I didn't see his blinker, so I didn't know he was... I thought he was just slowing down, you know, because it's 45. So when we get to, what was that, Grand Junction, we'll park at a truck stop there. That'll be the end of the day and the end of this live stream, and maybe we'll do a live stream tomorrow, finishing up this load. Well, it's going to be a couple more, because we still got 19. Oh no, that's how much... No, that's still how far... That's how many more hours we still have to go. We have barely knocked out any time. What, we started with 26 hours, and we've driven well over 7 hours, but we've only knocked 7 hours off of the time, so the clock is not being very friendly here. Yeah, that's what I figured. I figured it went up in the north. Oh, man. So, yeah, if I'm going by like a real clock here, we started our clock at 4:30. That means I need the 14-hour clock that we get will be, and because we didn't take a 2-hour break to pause that, that's a whole new thing. And if I do a video and I do my logbooks, I'll explain that. But 14-hour clock, that means we need to be parked. Our drive day, we can only work until 6:30. Well, we got an hour here. Drive time, I probably drove more than 11 hours. So, and it's just because this clock, I mean, I feel like we were coming into the city and it was 4:30. Now it's 5:30. So the clock is kind of go. I keep bumping these vehicles and they lock up then. Like I said, it's almost harder to drive in American Truck Simulator than it is in real life. Especially the way the clock works here in the simulator. It just it varies, and you can lose an hour going 3 miles in the simulator, even though there's no traffic. I mean, again, you could do that in real life, but that's pretty rare. I think I've been on US 52 in Iowa. I can't remember exactly where it is, so, but I'm sure if it's, I feel like it's in the Davenport area. It kind of cuts right along there and then goes up into Minnesota. So, but I don't know if I've actually driven on it, because I usually if I go from Minnesota to like St. Louis, I go on the Avenue of Saints, which is like Highway 27 through Missouri, and I think Iowa is also 27. Nope, not been to Myrtle Beach. No, I haven't been to Myrtle Beach yet in real life. Been to South Carolina, but haven't been to Myrtle Beach. Thankfully, the clock is slowed down now that we're in the city and we're stopping at all these lights. Because if I think about it, I started driving probably 6 o'clock. We got to the Walmart, what, about 7? I wasn't keeping track, so like I said, we're doing the live stream, not really keeping track of the logbook too much, but I do know we're getting pretty close to having to park, either with the 14, definitely with the 11-hour clock. And I don't have the fatigue set, so ATS isn't keeping track of that, because ATS doesn't have a full-blown understanding of how the logs work, especially now they've changed the rules where you can take, you know, with all the split sleeper, and they've made it you know, your half-hour break. We didn't take a half-hour break technically, so but I'm not going to stress myself out too much with that in a live stream. but it's kind of fun. Yep, it's just sleeping in gas in this game.
Go straight on.
Denver to Columbia, South Carolina without brakes. Yeah, I mean, I might do. I'm not going to do one right now because it's almost 10 o'clock and I'm just getting tired. I can't stay up late anymore because just the way my clock is. So here we have this. We have I think this is called a diverging. These are called diverging interchanges where the lanes switch. That way you don't have to have a left turn lane for the ramps and everything. You just have these two sets of lights. So you still have two sets of lights, whereas the one where the left turn, they just have the stoplights under the bridge or over the bridge. So there's a couple different ways to do these. I kind of like these ones. They're interesting. They're building one. I know they're definitely doing one on I-55 in Missouri. I forget where it is, but they're building one there. I think it's Jackson, Missouri, that area. They're rebuilding that whole intersection. Yep, it's 11 p.m. on the East Coast. Yeah, well, just the way my clock, my body clock is set up now, it's because I basically go, when I'm out on the road, I go to bed. You know, the latest I do go to bed is probably 10 o'clock. Like, if I don't have to be, if my next day doesn't start until, you know, I can't start driving because my delivery is at a certain time, and I don't have to start until 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 o'clock. Even if I don't start my day until 10 o'clock, if I can't drive until 10 in the morning, because of that's, you know, the load or whatever, I'm still getting to bed about 10 p.m. because I probably started that day at 3, 4, 5 in the morning. And so my clock is completely flipped where it's like I get up early now and I go to bed early. And so, but yeah, maybe one of these days I will do a mega stream and roll for where do we go? Oh, truck's up there. I feel like the signage, they even got the signage right where it's like you can't, actually this signage is probably way more clear than any real life pilot. Like, oh, trucks, this is where trucks go, and it's like it's also the same place cars go, and it's like, okay, they're all the same. They building DDI in Billings. What is a DDI? If you don't mind me asking. Could just go right there. Or right here. Now usually what I'll do... Is that like a chunk of tire? Oh, that is. That's a chunk of tire. That's pretty cool. So what I like to do... I could have actually parked over there. I think that's a dead end area and I don't want to do it. What is... I like how they even... What are these two doing? Having a little picnic there? Are you kidding me? Come on. I was gonna say, you even have some people that don't know how to park, and those guys are definitely doing it. I do like how actually there's people, they're not all perfectly straight in the spot. Of course you got R&L carriers. That's out of Ohio. I see them all the time. You gotta be kidding me with some of these guys parking. We got a lot of room, so actually I don't need it. I'm not going to do an S. I'm just going to do a straight back. But one of these points I'll do a attempt to do an S back into one of these spots. Here in the simulator. Again, it's all weird because your perspective, the mirror, the way the mirror is. This is a very easy truck stop. A lot of room in front of these spots right here, so you can just pull and do a straight back. No problem. It's always you turn your wheel towards the problem. So if you're getting too far, like your back end is getting too far on one side. That's gonna be about where I want to be. Actually, I'm a little deep. Yeah, all these trucks are parked a little bit too far forward. They'd probably be further back, kind of where I'm at, depending on their trailer length. All right, yeah. R&L over here. I don't know what he's doing. Day cab driver. Also, like, what are you doing? Those two guys over there blocking two spots, having a picnic. I've never seen that in real life. That's crazy. Prime Simulator. So is Prime Simulator, is that that's a channel that kind of gives ATS updates. Yeah, I have to admit, I don't watch a ton of gaming videos anymore. I watch Drya sometimes just to learn some stuff from Microsoft Flight Simulator. I used to watch Jeff Fagiano a lot. You know, especially, you know, he'd have his, you know, obviously his Grand Theft Auto videos, but also, you know, his videos inspired me to really start making videos for American Truck Simulator. But since I've started doing it, it's just, I don't have the time, especially nowadays. And then when I do have the time in the truck and want to watch a video, when I'm in the truck, I usually watch, well, lately I've been, you know, while I'm doing other things, I've been watching like criminal psychology videos, so, but yeah, it changes. Let's see some of these trucks that I see here. So NFI, I've seen a lot of those. Smith Transport, Averitt, got your Landstar, that's your owner-operator. What is R&L doing there? Look at R&L. It's like just bouncing. What? Something's going on. That's a day cab. I don't know what is going on there. There's no one in there. That's funny. I was gonna say, the trucks are rocking, don't come a knocking, but that's a day cab. I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, this mod, I highly recommend this mod. This mod makes it. This is so awesome. Like, actually coming to a truck stop, and I never thought I'd say that. It's like simulating that, because that's like one of the existential crises you have. It's like, oh, am I gonna be able to get a spot? Where am I? Okay, you know, there are some truck stops I know no matter what time I get there, there will be spots. There's 500 spots at the place, and it's just always like that. All right, so basically, today we did kind of a pathetic driving day, I want to say. But next live stream, we'll do a live stream tomorrow. We'll do another day of driving. Maybe we'll finish this whole load, so we'll do a couple days of driving. We got parked at 6 p.m. That means we'll get started tomorrow. Earliest we can get started tomorrow on Saturday will be 4 in the morning, and we'll try to do that. That way we can get parked about, you know, 3 in the afternoon, hopefully. So I'm gonna turn off my engine. Millis doesn't like us idling too much if we don't need to. Now I usually have to idle like when you're using the microwave, but typically unless it's like 90 to 100 degrees, I'm not idling, and unless it's probably -20, I'm not idling. I run hot, and I've been actually pretty good not running too hot with the summer so far this spring, but the weather's been kind of weird so far. I'm gonna be back in the truck on Monday morning. Today's actually a bonus day. I asked to get home for, tonight. I would have been home. I asked for home time for this evening, 6 o'clock. My dispatcher always does a really good job and usually gets me home a day early, which is not really what I want always. But I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow I need to go to, so need to be home for Friday. And then because it's the weekend and the way loads work, there's no point going back out on Saturday or Sunday. You know, so I'll just take a long one here. And this will pass month, and, you know, probably hopefully I can get back out and have a few good weeks here in June, because come July I'm going to take off a couple weeks and then move on to this other company. And so this past few months the paychecks have not been as steady as they usually are. So that was a good drive. Well, I say it's a good drive. It was we we had a few accidents actually, but I think this really nice paint scheme here for Millis. So whoever made this, I'll have to find some. I'll try to get some links for the next live stream for these, because I put these in just at the last second. So, yep, we're here in Grand Junction at the Pilot. Looks like it's a Love's on that other place was a Love, so we park in here. I'll be able to get a shower in the morning. Yeah, I'll give you a look. Yeah, subscribe to my channel. I'll subscribe back and give you a look. Yeah, I'm always up for, and if you have any questions, I don't know what I don't know what what your videos look like, and if you have any questions and want to bounce ideas or whatever, or you have tips for me, feel free. All right. So we are here. I already said it. We're here in Grand Junction at the Pilot. I'm gonna get a shower in the morning. We'll get going at 4, and I'll do a live stream tomorrow, hopefully. All right. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, ATS Unloaders. Okay. So you probably watched the live stream, or all the other 93 videos. So everyone else, please like the video. Great, we already got 5 likes. Hopefully we get some more likes, people watching the replay. If you haven't already subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you know when a video goes up or one of these live streams. Whenever I'm home, I'm doing live streaming, but I'm gonna try. I might record a video and then when I'm out on the road, do a regular old style ATS video where I throw in all the highway stuff and the highway signs and the logbook and all that. But keep your eyes out. Also, I do have some real trucking videos. It's just mostly 10 times speed, so just seeing where I'm going. There's not a lot of me talking or other stuff. And that one's got that one I have all those highway signs and everything and maps, so if you really like that, there'll be some of those videos coming out. I had a lot of time this past week in the truck. So yeah, like the video, comment below, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share the video to your friends, share it on some of these ATS forums. I can't get to all of them, and if you really like this stuff and people are interested. And thanks a lot. Thanks for supporting the channel. Until next time, take care, keep the rubber on the road, and happy trucking.